With a paranormal investigator creating their own gaming channel, Twin Paranormal almost dying, Twin Paranormal working on their own haunted museum, the best Bigfoot evidence to have ever been captured on camera, Into the Darkness suspending their YouTube channel for a period of time, oh my gosh, releasing an absolutely huge announcement on a huge project that he's been working on, Proving Demons getting shot at, Kalani Ghost Hunter getting invited to work with Disney, alongside some huge updates from the podcast, and also Creator of the Week and Clip of the Week. If that's not enough to get you excited for this week's Paranormal Roundup, I don't know what will. So if you are excited and you're as aghast as I am for this one, be sure to jump scare the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you're new, and tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. But without further ado, it's going to be a big episode today, so we're just going to get straight into it. For the first thing that we're going to talk about, it's an update from our very own podcast. Now, you may have noticed Lainey's kind of taken a backseat a lot with this channel and also with the podcast channel, and there is very good reason for that. She's got some new ventures that she's going to be working on that I'm not kind of allowed to talk about yet. It's going to be huge for her, and it's her own solo thing, but it's meant that she's had to kind of take a step away from this stuff so she can solely focus on doing that stuff, and you're going to know all about it very, very soon. But because of that, it's left a vacancy on our podcast. A vacancy that, obviously I was doing it on my own, but I didn't have that person to kind of bounce off of like I did with Lainey. So I needed someone new to be able to work with on the podcast to help me co-host. And there was a couple of people that run around my head, but one person in particular, and I was incredibly gassed when they said yes, and it was none other than Yasko. Now, on our podcast, which is going to be coming out this Sunday, on the Spook to Your Podcast channel, there will be a link down in the description for that channel. If you're not already subscribed to it, be sure to go and subscribe. There's some huge podcast episodes already over there with some of the biggest names in the paranormal world. Anyway, I did ask out, and we wanted to ask the community first to get their ideas on whether they wanted Yasko to be the co-host alongside me on the Spook to Your Podcast. Now, this is what we had to say about it. Good to have you back, and you know, we've been talking kind of off camera quite a bit over the past few weeks about potentially doing stuff like this a little bit more often. You know, Lainey's kind of taken a back seat with stuff because she's got her own new ventures that I'm not allowed to talk about yet, otherwise I get in big troubles. You know, and that's just from Lainey, not from anyone else, just from Lainey. But yeah, you know, like about potentially, you know, doing stuff like this together whilst having guests on, which basically like a co-host role, which would be sick.
Yeah. Let me know what you guys think about that. Or we can definitely make this happen.
If that's something that you want, if you want this man right here to join me on this little adventure and just chat to some people and do some weird shit, then let's do it. But
national support.
Absolutely. But so there it is. Do you want Yasko to be the new co-host of the Spook to Your Podcast? Go over to that episode that's going to be dropping this Sunday. Show some support to that episode. Show some support to us and Yasko. Maybe we can make this happen more often. I'm honestly so excited to be working with Yasko on this project. It's something that we've spoken about a little bit off camera, but to be able to actually bring it to life, something absolutely beautiful. But again, down in the comments below. Now, moving on to our next story. We've actually got a ghost hunter, paranormal investigator from Hauntings of Ohio, Jack, who has created his own gaming YouTube channel where he plays ghost hunting games. So, basically, it's the POV of a ghost hunting game from the POV of a ghost hunter. Alright, and it makes us some quite enjoyable content. Check this.
You're freaking... Oh, you're up there somewhere. You can hear my voice. Can you paint? 4. Oh, what was that? What was that? What is going on, everybody? I am back once again with another video. This time I'm playing a different ghost hunting game, Demonologist. The demon word has been going around a lot lately in the paranormal community, so it's going to be, I'm actually going to be playing with some demons. Not in real life, you know, people like to use that word very lightly. I can use it very heavily in this video because there actually is apparently some demons. I am going into this game blind, so pretty much I have no idea how this game operates. I have no idea what happens in this game. unlike Phasmophobia, I've watched videos, but I haven't watched a single video on this other than like a brief trailer on like some things, but I haven't seen any of the pop-up, like the jump scares or anything, so this is gonna be interesting. You know me, I am a scaredy cat and I hate scary games, so this is going to be very fun. And like the last video, I am a paranormal investigator from the Hauntings of Ohio crew. I've been hunting ghosts for about 4.5 years now, so just like the last one, I'm going to see how realistic this is ghost hunting terms. I know it's not a realistic game because of all the jump scares and all that, but it's made it's for fun, you know? Let's just get right on into it, shall we?
Now, like Jack said there, he's been ghost hunting for 4.5 years. To add kind of that twist, it's not like just me going and playing it, because I can't offer the insight that this man does from the POV of a ghost hunter. And what's actually really cool is, like, as it starts to get darker, he actually turns on a night vision camera, like offering this really cool kind of dynamic to the video. And you know, it's just a lot of fun. It is really fun. I've really been enjoying the videos that he's been making. And honestly, it's just a completely different narrative. So if you guys want to go and support Jack from Hauntings of Ohio on this new project and you want to have some fun along the way, be sure to go and subscribe to his YouTube channel called Soap. There will be a link down in the description below. Honestly, it's not one to be missed. It's a great, great time. Moving on to our next story. We have got the night that Twin Paranormal almost died. Yep, you heard it here first. Well, you haven't, because this video is about 11 days old. But you heard it here probably like for the... How many views has it got? For about the 500,000th time. Okay, it's an insane video. Over an hour-long investigation in the Diablo's Asylum. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the little intro because you know, there is so much that goes on within this episode that I can't do it justice. But the intro kind of gives you a bit of a taste.
Serve mentally ill patients from across the state.
Rituals were done on the walls. There's brown marks on the walls that look like stains.
And they still have their violent tendencies? Oh yeah.
Mentally ill patients could be fully cured if treated properly.
At the door, dude. Well, show us. What the? Oh my God, what was that?
When were you admitted to the hospital?
It was about 5 weeks ago.
And who actually brought you to the hospital?
My husband.
Welcome to hell! There's something really bad here. Okay. It's the Joker? What happened? Are you... Me? Look up! No way. What the... Tall man! No! Oh my God! My device just said 666. Guys,
Now, if that's not enough to get you gassed, I don't know what is, because honestly, this investigation, I've watched the entire thing. There is not a dull moment within this video. Honestly, it's bloody insane. If you want to go and check out this full video for yourself, get down in the description where there will be a link to Twin Paranormal's channel, and you can find the video there. Obviously, they've got a lot of other videos since then, but this is probably one of their biggest ones to date. Truly, absolutely friggin' huge. And while we're on the subject of Twin Paranormal, they are actually opening up their own haunted museum, kind of taking a leaf out of the Zach Bagans book. But on Twitter, on the 26th of July, they put a tweet out saying, working on our haunted museum today, lots of donations from the locations we've been to. How sick is that? So they go to a location, they get a little trinket, little donation, and then they just go and bung it in their haunted museum. That's actually so cool. Like, imagine how cool it's going to be when they are able to open that up to the public. If that's something that they plan to do, which I should imagine it probably is something they're going to do. Like, we are really, I really feel personally that Twin Paranormal are pushing the boundaries for the paranormal community, kind of going above and beyond just YouTube. They are pushing the limits of not just YouTube, but kind of breaking into that mainstream mold where, you know, they were featured on Ghost Adventures not too long ago. People, you know, whatever your opinions on that is, it's still a very big, momentous occasion for the paranormal community, because that's never kind of, there's always been kind of paranormal TV, paranormal YouTube, and they've never really kind of come together. But these guys breaking molds. Honestly, I'm excited to see where in a year to 2 years time where these guys will be. That's truly how I feel, because the sky's the limit for them. Honestly, the sky's the limit. Anyway, moving on from Twin Paranormal, we're going to go on to the best Bigfoot ghost footage to have ever surfaced, apparently. So, this is drone footage of Bigfoot that was posted by Lad Bible on the 17th of July. In the description it says, the mystery of Bigfoot has been talked about for many a year, like UFOs, evidence, but we go on to talk about this footage that was originally posted to YouTube by Ken's Carpentry and was re-uploaded by a popular influencer on TikTok known as the Paranormal Chick. Let's check it out.
What? What is that?
What do you guys think? If I'm honest, kind of on the fence. It does look like a very big humanoid figure that is very furry, very hairy. So it could be a Bigfoot. It could be. And what's also interesting is that in urban legend, Bigfoot is said to be able to just kind of poof, disappear. You know, like a teleporting kind of thing. And we saw there that he kind of went under a tree or some bushes. Poof, gone. No, not to be seen. Like, didn't come out the other side. It just the sounds of footprints. Stopped, and then nothing. So, but then I'm kind of reluctant because the skeptic side of me. I'm just like, could just be someone dressed up. Could be set up. It's not hard for someone to whack on a big Bigfoot costume and just go for a walk through some snow, or while his mate just flies a drone overhead. I don't know. I really don't know. What do you guys think on this? Let me know down in the comments below. Is this genuine footage of Bigfoot, or is this an elaborate hoax? In the words of Nuke's Top 5. Anyway, moving on to Into the Darkness, who, for the longest time, were one of my favourite Top 5s channels. They were absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed their content. It was very, very different, and I've got a soft spot for them because we were actually featured in one of their very first episodes, and it was an absolute honour to be a part of that. But on the 21st of July, Into the Darkness tweeted saying, "Hi everyone, we wanted to take a moment to address the recent lack of activity on our YouTube channel. As you may have noticed, it's been a while since our last upload. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to maintain a consistent schedule this year. The primary reason behind this is time constraints that we are currently facing. As you know, I, Tom, work as a full-time video editor serving my clients' needs. Into the Darkness has always been a passion project, something I wanted to run alongside my regular work. Since our channel is not monetized, we've had challenges in prioritizing video production. Our ultimate goal was to upload content every week, but the process of sourcing clips, generating scripts, coordinating with Simon for voiceovers, and then editing has been time-consuming. Considering these circumstances, we have decided to temporarily put the channel on hold for the foreseeable future. It was a tough decision to make, but we believe that it's best course of action given the limited availability. We sincerely appreciate each and every one of you for your support and checking out our videos. Thank you." This is really sad for me because I love this channel, and if you guys know me, I love to give support to the, not the little guys, but the channels that are putting in the effort and they're trying to get off the ground, because I know how tough it is. And Into the Darkness was one of those channels that I really I really wanted to go far. I really wanted it to do well. And for a time, the content was brilliant. It was absolutely going above and beyond. But like Tom said, it's a tough thing running a YouTube channel, especially like alongside full-time work, and you know, it just wasn't working out. But hopefully we can see Into the Darkness back very, very soon. I would absolutely love it if Tom could revive this channel, because I know for a fact that if he did, I would be there, you know, like batting for his team. Tom, if you ever see this, I hope that you can bring it back. I really hope that. But moving on into our next story, Oh My Gosh has released probably one of the biggest projects that YouTube, paranormal YouTube, will ever see. Okay? So, the wait is almost over. Alone, Paranormal Edition trailer. And that's literally it. He posted that on the 22nd of July with this video right here.
No way.
Couldn't pay me any amount of money to come down here by myself.
Hi.
You don't want to go in there and provoke.
Dude, there's something down there.
I'm in danger because I'm locked in this place for myself.
I'm just trying to stay calm.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm legit scared.
Holy
really can't do this much longer, man.
Oh my god!
What was that?
Oh my god!
The fact that I'm doing this is insane.
I'm at one of the most haunted locations.
Haunted locations
In the U.S. And I'm creeped the f*** out. I have to survive the night.
locked in. Locked in.
Alone.
Now, I don't know about you, but every time I see that, I get goose pimples, because, like, that is, like, honestly, my hairs are on edge just watching that because of excitement and anticipation, because this is going to be friggin' huge. Absolutely enormous. Now, it's very, very quiet on this whole thing, and a lot of people have been asking me, specifically because I cover this kind of thing, like, you know, what do you know about it, what do you know? Honestly, not a lot, but that was until yesterday, when I did a podcast episode with Yasko, obviously kind of going back to that whole thing with the podcast that we did. I asked Yasko, because he was part of this, alongside some of the biggest paranormal influencers, like Twin Paranormal, one of the twins, I don't know which one it was, I'm sorry, Paranormal Files, The Fam, Exploring with Josh, you know, a lot of huge names were in there. And I spoke to Yasko and I was like, look, can you tell us anything? Do you know anything? Like, what's the gig with this? And this is what Yasko had to say on the project.
I'm assuming there's not much you can really say because it's obviously not come out yet, but is there anything that you can say about that at the moment? Like, you know, like maybe what it entailed, what the concept is?
Yeah, so he invited me to that, invited me to this project, and I was very honored, and I really didn't know too much about what was going to happen.
Yeah.
He kind of just said, I'm going to book you a flight, and you're going to stay at this location. So here I am thinking, like, hey, you know, we're going to do something cool, like this cool collaboration. Omar drops me off at one of the most notoriously haunted locations in the world, and drives off. Locks the gate, and I'm here alone for like 6 hours.
As you do.
And I was horrified because, dude, I was in a state that I've never been to in my life, and I'm in this location that I've heard of. I've heard so many stories of, but I've never actually thought I would go there. And right. Dude, I was scared because the responses were insane. It was one of those things that made me feel, it built character for me. I was able to actually start filming alone videos more because of that experience.
Right.
And I filmed that before I committed to transferring from Randonautica to Haunted Videos. And that was a big reason why, because when I went on that trip, it kind of like opened up like this whole new world for me. And I was like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And I really want to do this more often. So I decided that, you know, but it's a great thing. There's 16 creators. So me and 15 others.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be an episode format. So it's going to be numerous creators per episode, and it's going to keep bouncing back from
okay.
Yeah, so it'll be pretty cool.
That is going to be cool, actually. And, you know, Omar's content is obviously like god tier. You know, he's been doing this for donkeys and stuff, so you know for a fact that it's going to be quality. But just to have, I mean, just from the people that we saw, we obviously you, Paranormal Nightmare TV, like the Foreman brothers, Twin Paranormal, one of the twins from Twin Paranormal.
We got CJ. We got
yeah.
I'm shooting blanks. I mean, I'm drawing blanks right now. I can't.
James from the fam, was he there?
Yeah, he was.
You know, other people, like, it was
huge creator. Huge creator.
Probably the biggest, all of the biggest within the paranormal space, you know. Like, absolute insanity. But, I mean, like, because I was going to say to you as well, like, obviously, since we last spoke, you...
So, like you can see there, Yasko did divulge a little bit of information that he literally knew nothing about this, wasn't prior warned. He literally got a text from Omar saying, be on this flight, you're staying at this place. Gets there, gets locked in, alone, all night long, and that's the gig. Like, honestly, imagine just getting a phone call from Omar Gosh being like, get on this flight, go here, stay here, and then you just get dumped in like a haunted location just to do, like, just film it. Like, how cool is that? So there's a little bit of information about this project that Omar's got going on with all of these huge creators. Like I say, it's very sealed lips at the minute. Until August 15th, we're not going to really know too much about it, but I hope that gives a little bit of insight and builds a little bit more excitement towards what's going to be happening with this huge project. Anyway, moving on to our next story, Kalani Ghost Hunter, who is also someone who's been on the podcast. You should definitely go and subscribe to that podcast. Please do it, please. Has been invited to work with Disney. What the what? This man has literally just been invited to go and work with Disney. Now, I think Disney have actually got a new Haunted Mansion movie coming out very, very soon. I know because we were also asked to go and work on it. And I think, I've got a feeling it's going to be to do with that. Can't say for certain at all, but I've got a feeling it's definitely to do with that new Haunted Mansion movie that they've got coming out. Very exciting stuff for Kalani. I could be wrong though. It could be something completely different. But if it is this, Kalani, taking dubs, man, and taking dubs. Fair play to him. Moving on to our next story, which is our final story, which is probably one of the biggest stories in the paranormal community over the past few days. Now, 2 days ago, at the time of recording, I saw something absolutely insane on Proven Demons' Instagram page, where on his story, he was talking about kind of like, you know, heightened emotions when watching the premiere for this video. Because he went out to do a paranormal investigation, as always, you know, that's just what his page is about, but he was not prepared for what was about to come. Okay? I think, you know, the best way to kind of look at it is from the very beginning, and then I'm going to show you the highlights from the bit, which just take a look.
Is this a way out?
So the A15 is a camera
Oh,
traffic
God.
proceeding.
Oh my god, blue lights.
Yeah. They're on a mission, so they're getting the gun team and everything.
So he's going there.
Now, this video did come with a warning at the beginning saying the footage you're about to see is not staged or controlled. The people you see are not actors. Everything captured on camera is exactly as it happened. This footage may be frightening or disturbing to some. Viewer discretion is advised. Basically saying, this is not scripted, this is not fake, this is 110% genuine. Now, if we skip through to this point in the video, I'm not going to use all the footage because obviously, you know, the paranormal investigation in itself is that, imagine this video is kind of split into two pieces. The paranormal investigation, which is utterly terrifying and you need to go and check out, and then this part that I'm about to show you.
It's almost like, how dare you mess with me?
Oh yeah.
Like, how dare you mess
Really,
with me?
really faint.
You guys not hear that? The whispering. That tiny little voice after I speak. Oh, wait, there's something else there.
Slowly.
60.
There's EVP there too. Found you.
Fuck.
No, it's right there.
Listen.
Found you.
That is so clear.
Found you.
Family.
Okay,
So
I
it's
got
found
chills
us.
now.
I don't like that.
There's playing
Can we
right
also address the giggling? Like, I'm 99% sure that's actual people outside.
Fuck 'em.
We literally got.
Smell. Somebody's here.
Okay, let's go. Downstairs.
Nice to step there. Alright, somebody's here. Oh, great. Come on, you guys, me and Alex up front. Wait. Hold up, let me put some stuff away. Move back for a sec so I can put my stuff away.
Keep on the stairway. Keep on the stairway. Shit. Go. Let's go.
Careful. Do not run. Yeah, I know. Bottom floor. Is this a way out? Oh, fuck. Where?
Front left.
Find an exit. Just go. Find an exit. No, that's the way out.
Now I'm just going to interject here. You can genuinely hear the fear in Andrew's voice. Now, I don't know a lot about Andrew. I'm not going to claim to, but from what I do know, from what I have seen, it takes a lot to scare this man. Like, I've seen him do some wacky shit, and I've never seen him actually act like this, which shows me how genuine it actually is. Like, I don't know how I would react in this situation, but he's far cooler than I would be.
This ain't the way out. I'm trying. Stop panicking.
Andrew, please. Fuck, man. Andrew, take the fucking camera. Take the stupid fucking camera now.
I'm going to interject again. That whole... I felt like I wanted to highlight this part especially because a lot of people can say this is fake, disingenuous, whatever, but you can hear in the way that they're now communicating with one another, there is genuine stress and concern between everyone. You hear Andrew saying, just take this, getting short with whoever it was, and then you can hear whoever it was back with Andrew, just take your fucking camera. Like, they're getting short with one another because the stress and, you know, the panic is starting to really kick in. I felt like that was important for me to add in because there will be people who will say this is staged, whatever, but I felt like that was important.
Andrew! Take this stupid fucking camera. I just slashed my arm off.
There's nowhere to go.
I've really helped my arm. Guys, stop. Get the map out. Get the map out. Stay quiet. Stay very fucking quiet.
Fuck.
Right, stay calm. Move towards. Come on, we have to make ground. Make ground. Andrew, you need to take the camera. I cannot do it with the camera.
What? What? It doesn't matter, dude.
Now, I'm going to stop it there, because you know me, I don't like taking all of everyone's content, but you do want to go and check this out. If you want to know whether they made it out alright or not, you need to go and watch this video, because it doesn't stop there, it gets even crazier. They were, like, literally shot at, like, not shot at, but, you know, the people who had breaking into the building that they were in, literally had weapons, you know, they would have been shot at, but that is terrifying. Like, I think, paranormal aside, that goes, for me, far above and beyond. Like, the living is far more scary than the dead, in my opinion. So, and this video epitomises that. But what do you guys think on this video? Let me know down in the comments below. If you want to go and check out this full video from Proven Demons, you need to get down in the description where there will be a link to Andrew's channel. Moving on. Creator of the Week this week, we have got Haunted Archives. Yes, indeed, we do, because I asked out on Twitter, Haunted Archives was someone who was mentioned to me quite a bit. Now, currently sat on 1.52 thousand subscribers, but very similarly to Ghost Bros last week, a very underrated paranormal page. Their paranormal investigations are truly terrifying, and these guys go above and beyond for their viewers, but not only that, but for also the work that they're trying to do. And what I like about these guys is they will upload highlights from their paranormal investigations, but not only will they upload the highlights, they will literally upload full, raw, uncut videos. So, for example, they've got the night we found a shadow man, as an example. But then the next video they've got, that one's around 20 minutes, the next video they've got is Hinsdale House Investigation Uncut, which is over 2 hours and 45 minutes, almost 3 hours long. So you can see how, oh well, here's the breakdown here, an hour long, but then they've got the almost 3 hour breakdown, uncut video. And I think it's an interesting dynamic because you get the highlights for the people that don't want to sit around and watch the whole thing, but then you've got the uncut bit for people to see that what they're uploading is genuine and untapped footage. So I'm just going to show you some highlights from the Shadow Man video, so you can kind of get an idea for how these guys do things, how they work, and I might be able to convince you to go and subscribe to their channel to help these guys out. Let's go. quickly becoming one of my favourite paranormal pages, and I think you can kind of see by that trailer, or that intro alone, why that's the case. These guys, like I said before, going above and beyond on their content, really cinematic, but what I also like is they're not like a Twin Paranormal, where, you know, Twin Paranormal's content is very, or Paranormies as an example, very polished, very clean, very easy on the eye, whereas these guys, what I like about it is it's still got that polish, but it's a bit rough around the edges, if you know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's a bit more raw, and it's not as you know, the transitions aren't as, like, there's not as many transitions and stuff like this. It's like, it is a very raw video, to the point where, for me, that just adds to the video. Like, I love Twin Paranormal and the Paranormies, don't get me wrong, they've got their place, but I also love the other side of the spectrum where, you know, you watch a paranormal investigation and it's just raw footage. It's just raw, clean footage, and it's just, I don't know how to describe it, but I think it's like a rustic kind of feel. But honestly, Haunted Archives are a paranormal page that I'm absolutely adoring at the moment. So if you want to go and support their channel, like I say, 1,520 subscribers. They are my creator of the week for going above and beyond for their content and their viewers. Can we please try and get them to 5,000 subscribers? That would be pretty bloody epic. Link down in the description as always. So, moving on to our final segment, it is Clip of the Week, and I am going to be clipping this one from Goose Pimple's TikTok page. Now, I watched this, it came up on the For You page, and I've watched it 5, 6, 7 times. I'm going to watch it again now, just to try and get my head around it, because it's mind-boggling. It really is mind-boggling. I just can't. Maybe you guys can help me out on this one, but I'm going to show it to you right now.
Creepy, isn't it? The figurine doesn't move, and the light source remains exactly the same, yet the shadow seems to gain a life of its own. The only possible explanation for this, other than paranormal activity, would be some cheeky editing, but everything seems to point to tragedy.
Thoughts? Opinions? It's a very short clip, but I know Goose People say very clever editing, but I can't see signs of manipulation, and for it to be that clean, kudos to whoever made this, because if it is a fake, it is one of the best fakes I've ever seen ever. Like, I just can't wrap my head around it. What do you guys think on this? Let me know down in the comments below. Help me understand this. I think this could be genuine. I truly believe that this could be genuine, but you guys may know better than me. Let me know down in the comments below. But that is everything that I've got for this week's Paranormal Roundup. What do you guys think on everything that we've covered in today's video? I would love it if you could let me know your thoughts on everything down in the comments below. Do not forget, this week we've got pretty big stuff. This Friday we've got a documentary dropping on a man who is living in an incredibly haunted house with some of the most genuine footage of paranormal activity that not even debunkers can kind of get their head around, which that's a big ask. That's a big ask, and I'm pretty impressed. And what do you guys think on Yasko joining me for the podcast? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that down as well. In the description, obviously, there's a link to subscribe to that channel, and I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on that podcast episode. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you have enjoyed, be sure to jump scare that like button, subscribe if you're new, and tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. And until next time, I hope that you've enjoyed, and I will spook to you later. Peace.